Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friends, and I just want to say thank you for the 60,000 subscribers. How exciting, what a great milestone. And if you're part of that, if you are my ride or die and you're here all the time, thank you so much for that. I do appreciate you, and I'm here to do a bonus read, and so let's get to that. Happy birthday, Pisces, if you are having a birthday this Pisces season. Happy birthday to you. But of course my readings are for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, so this reading is not just for Pisces Sun, right? I am your water family. I am a Pisces Moon. Tell me about Pisces. Tell me what is going on for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So Venus has been out of your sign for a little bit now, and it will be until the end of the month when it moves back in, but it's going to be retrograding in your sign. So that'll be interesting energies. Go find your favorite astrologer to find out how that will affect you. Tell me about Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Right now could be a hard time because it's in Aries. Venus is in Aries. Tell me about this. We've got Justice. Why do we have Justice for Pisces? 8 of Cups. And the Strength card. You know what this tells me? And I feel Charlie's right. I just heard him say, finally letting go. Somebody here is finally letting go, finally completely breaking away, disconnecting emotionally and getting into my swords energy, which is, this is enough. I feel like you've been loyal to a situation, emotional situation that was in the past. And I feel like with this Justice, it feels like you've wielded the sword in order to get some balance for you. I feel like with the Strength energy that it's taken some sort of strength or a very courageous energy for you to go from the lamb to the lion. I feel like you're taking some sort of action that you'd been holding back on for a while here. And so I feel like you've decided that I'm no longer going to be sitting here waiting in this emotional energy, a place where I've been settling. I'm now moving to a place where there is the sun. You can see the sun in the distance there. I feel like you took a really good long look at yourself. I'm hearing a song, that's why I'm stalling. I'm clairaudient as well. Took a good long look at my life. Wondering why I was fighting inside. Big black clouds, stormy nights. Something about opening up inside. Okay, so that is, oh gosh. That is, what is that? That's a Canadian band. Okay, I'll come back to it. I can't remember what the name of the band is. All right, we've got, if you Google the lyrics, you will know what song I'm talking about. We've got the 4 of Wands, and we've got the Queen of Wands. And we've got the World card. Okay. So it does feel like you are definitely closing a chapter of your life here. Oh, that song is still playing in my head. It's going to terrorize me until I come up with the answer. I'll try not to stall too much. It gets to a point where it gets really loud and I have to listen for a moment. So I'll let you know when I'm doing that. We do have the World card. And I really do feel that you are walking away from something. We do have the 4 of Wands here. So it could be that you were committed to somebody, living with somebody. It could be some of you are walking away from a family situation. I don't want anything to do with that anymore. And it feels like it's making you far happier. Really happy to be able to get into this lion energy and say, I'm not going to hold back anymore. It's time for me to have the courage to move forward. Look, I'm going to take a second here and tell you what the name of the song is, because if I don't, it won't get out of my head, and then it's going to interrupt this reading going forward. So give me a second here. Hang on a sec here. Fast forward it so you don't have to wait. And it is called It's by Headley, and it's called Invincible. That's the name of the song. Okay. Phew. I think this situation that you are in here, Pisces, it's made you invincible. So you got to this place where I feel you finally gathered enough strength. Maybe you had to wait for something legal to come into play, to take place, but it feels like you were able to sell a house, or you were able to walk away from some sort of commitment that you were in, but it took a lot of courage. And in all of that, you've become the Queen of Wands, so you've learned a lesson. And in order to become the Empress, you must learn all of the energies of all of the queens. And one of those energies is the Queen of Wands, and that's the energy of I can do it by myself. It's an independent energy. It's an excitable, fun energy. It's somebody who's decided, I don't care how many people see me follow my nose or scrape my knees. I'm going to get up, be resilient, and keep moving. So I feel like you are closing a major chapter here, or maybe you already have, depending where you are in your life. It's not going to be the same for everybody, right? Yeah, this is a song about being invincible. You've come from a hard situation or a hard place. You're going to a new community here, it looks like, with the Star and the Queen of Swords. So that's what you did. You liberated yourself, Pisces, is what it looks like here. It feels like you've liberated yourself from a situation, and you did it without feeling. It's like I think that you have you've mastered the art of detachment. And detachment doesn't mean you're cold, understand. Detachment means that I can no longer put my feelings and energy into a situation that is not feeding me for my highest good. And so in that, I think you learn the Queen of Swords energy. See how you're slowly becoming the Empress, right? So the Queen of Swords energy is one of, I'm being honest with myself, being truthful with myself. It's time for me to take flight. It's time for me to be honest with you. And I don't mean to be rude or terrible or horrible, but I've just got to finally be honest that it's time to walk away. The Three of Pentacles tells me that I feel as though that there is a new community waiting for you somewhere, that it's time for you to lean on that community, a new community, possibly a new network of people. It feels like you have been manifesting this for a while, but maybe you just didn't have the courage to do it until the Queen of Wands showed up with the Strength card. But it feels like this is a permanently closing a chapter, and you feel quite justified in doing it and in the way that you're doing it here. And you feel quite invincible. We do, oh, I love that. The Sun, oh my goodness. And the King of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. So it does feel like you now have stable emotions. You now have control over your emotions. You've had some sort of a breakthrough. Look, I have the strength to do whatever I want to do. I feel like the King of Cups is telling me that you are staying stable in the storm, that the Sun is here and now you can see everything. And I think that's why Strength is here with two Leo cards side by side, right? So I feel like, this energy of Leo, Pisces, if you have Leo energy, you know what I mean. But Leo, there's not a damn thing that will stop Leo from getting what they want. Nothing at all. And very resilient energy. But I feel like the Sun is here to power you up, to tell you that you're in some sort of a growth spurt. Because I feel like you're getting control of your emotions. You're now being solid in the storm. You're no longer allowing your emotions to take over. You're in this energy of, you know what, I'm just going to look for people who are going to give me reciprocal energy in my emotions. And those people, I'm going to inspect them clearly. Like, I feel like you're going to go over every little detail of the people who end up being in your next community, because you don't want to be in the situation that you were in before. Tell me about the Queen of Wands, please. The Queen of Wands is the one who has the courage and the chutzpah to close the chapter and say, that's it. You've had enough. Yeah, I've had enough. I've had enough of you. You've had enough. I feel like this tower shows up here. And look, the towers are never an easy thing to go through. But I feel like this tower is like a renovation of your life. Whenever we decide we're going to carry on, when we make the decision, we're solid on the decision of closing the door and walking away, the universe shows up and says, fine, then you don't need what was back there. It's time for the renovation. It's time to throw away the illusion of who you thought you you were, the person you thought you were supposed to be, the person you thought you were supposed to be connected to for the rest of your life. The Tower shows up as a shift and a change because you're changing into being this Queen of Wands energy. And by doing that, as the Tower falls, the door crumbles as well. And so I feel like you're exiting. I see you sort of exiting a building that is demolishing with it imploding in on itself. I feel like the universe was just waiting for you to get out of the way so we could just go. So we could demolish the building so you could just move forward. I feel like you were stuck for a little bit here, Pisces. It feels like you were stuck in the mind, not knowing what to do, not being able to make a decision. The Page of Swords in the reverse is somebody who maybe is not being clear, or I wish I could do that. Or instead of things being wishes and hopes now, you're actually taking action, because that's who the Queen of Wands is. No more hopes and wishes and I wished I could have. I feel like now the Queen of Wands is here to say, throw it to the ground. Go ahead. I don't need it anymore. It's time for me to move forward. So there is definitely a door closing here. And I feel like it's closing on this Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands, I feel, is some sort of place that you lived with somebody else, possibly. Could be somebody is leaving the family home. It could be this, but it could be that you had to wait for the lawyer to help you sell the house. Somebody here might have had to have lived with that person, lived with the person that you were with for a while until you could sell the house or until you could get more funds to get out of wherever it is that you are. And we do have the Hermit, we have the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you spent a lot of time hermiting, probably not really speaking to people, being by yourself. I feel like you were learning to love yourself is what it was. And the Queen of Pentacles, you were getting stability. Look, we now have 3 queens, right? 3 queens. You are so well on your way to being the Empress. The last queen we're waiting on is the Queen of Cups, and I feel like we're not seeing the Queen of Cups because you are not yet ready to carry on with new love. I feel like right now all of your emotional energy is being put into keeping stable in the storm while you walk away or disconnect from this place that you were for probably quite a long time. So I feel like some sort of answer is coming and is going to help you close a door here. Yep, you're going to be on your own. There's a single energy here. And we have the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Wands. You've been waiting for this for a long time. And the thing is I feel the Tower is going to be a painful one. I just want to prepare you because I see the 3 of Wands up against the Tower, and the 3 of Wands is also touching the 3 of Swords, which tells me that what is coming is a Tower that is going to be terribly painful. It is going to open the door to you being single, and although I feel that this is not really what you want, you know this is what you need to do for your highest good. Because I feel like what's going on here, Pisces, is you're pulling out of a vibration. So you're becoming the Empress. You're pulling out of a vibration, and slowly you are becoming someone who's stable and sturdy, speaking for themselves, and somebody who has decided, I'm going to be resilient and I'm just going to pull out of this. I'm done. I'm not going to stay here any longer. It's too much effort to be calm in the storm. So what's coming here? What is the outcome here, please? Tell me about Pisces. Tell me about this outcome here. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the Magician, and we have the 7 of Swords. Well, I'm never going to do that again. I feel like it's the energy that's giving me here. So the Magician with the 2 of Cups and the 7 of Swords tells me I'm going to see them coming next time. I'm never going to let myself get into this position where someone can take advantage of me. And the 7 of Swords is somebody who's trying to keep it under the surface, or who is maybe disingenuous, or, the Magician has the power to see through those illusions because the Magician is the illusionist. Because the Magician is the illusionist, the Magician can point out an illusion at a distance. So I feel like you've become the Magician so you can see right through the illusions of people who are lying to you, who are disingenuous, people who are in their deceitful energy. And I feel like it's connected to the 2 of Cups, which tells me I'm never going to have to go through this again, because I think you've learned a lesson. I feel you've learned a lesson about who how people move when they're being disingenuous or being under the surface and not being honest and truthful with you. And I don't feel like you're ever going to go through the Nine of Swords again, Pisces. We have the Page of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. There it is. By staying in that situation, whatever it was, the commitment, living in the house, whatever the situation was, it could be a job, right? We got the Queen of Pentacles here. It could be that. By staying in that situation, you were actually holding yourself back from blessings. And so the Page of Cups tells me, now that you've got this new start here, the Five of Wands is here, no more holding back from the Ten of Cups. I really love that. So I feel like this, for some of you, maybe you're in the situation where you haven't quite pulled away yet, but I'm going to tell you that it works out in the most incredibly happy way as you have these breakthroughs and you become sturdy in the storm and you become this Queen of Swords who is standing up for themselves and saying, look, I'm the star. I don't know why I put up with your bullshit for so long, but I'm the star. I'm finding myself a new community, and it feels like it's a total breakthrough moment for you, that you become the Queen of Wands. It's going to be a tower. It's going to be kind of chaotic with a bit of a shit show for a bit here, Pisces, but I feel like you're on the right track. Your intuition is what you're depending on. There's the King of Swords. Yeah, you're done. When the King of Swords shows up, the King of Swords is like, nah, brah. No, you can't do that anymore. I caught you. I caught you in a lie. I caught you. Like, you got to be completely honest and truthful with the King of Swords, because the King of Swords is resourceful and is going to figure it out. I think this is what happened. Tells me that your intuition was on point. And so it's time to go. And I feel like it is time to go. The Knight of Wands is here, and I feel like this is going to happen really soon. For those of you who are in this moon energy and don't see it coming, I feel like something is about to show up that is quite toxic, and you are about to, you're about to go. And not before you give somebody a piece of your mind, for sure. I'm going to leave that right there, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you, and thanks for coming by all the time. Thanks for helping me out with the 60,000. And I'm going to go for now. I hope you come back, because I'll be back as well. Love you guys. Bye-bye.